everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina and today is going to be the last update before the finale for my Panda palette this year. So if you are new here, then obviously my Panda palette is the Dream Street palette from Colourpop. My goal was to completely finish this palette. Over the course of it, I have removed the two blue shades because I wasn't using them and replaced them, but those we weren't trying to completely finish. Those were just to hit pan or just make a lot of progress on. But for all of the other original shades, my goal was to completely finish the pans. So today we're going to be getting into how much progress I made over the last month, how I'm feeling generally, and I'll tell you my yearly uses for these as well. So let's go ahead. Before we jump into it, hit that subscribe button if you like project pans. The new year is right around the corner and I'm going to be doing a ton of new project pans here soon. I also do lifestyle productivity vlogs as well as plan with me's and planner content. So if any of that sounds good, definitely hit that button. And now let's just jump into this last update. So we're just going to do what we always do. We're going to go through each individual shade. I will tell you how many times I used it over the last month or since the last update, and how many times I've used it in total for the year, as well as showing progress pictures. So let's do this. Jumping into this, over the last month I used this considerably less than I have been. I have not been wearing much eye makeup. I'm literally not even wearing eyeshadow today because I just have so much going on. No eyeshadow. The first shade is Shooting Star, which I ended up using 9 times over the last month, bringing my yearly total to 77 uses, and it has really good pan on it. I would probably have to use this like every single day until the finale for it to maybe even be gone, but at this point I'm really not thinking I'm going to be very successful in finishing anything, but I think I made really good progress overall throughout the year. But yeah, 77 uses for the total, and that's where we're at. The second one is Magic, which I used 8 times over the last month, bringing its yearly total to 112. It's definitely the shade I reach for the most in this palette. It's an easy throw on and go kind of shade for me, so it definitely has the most progress, but I feel like it hasn't even grown that much. For it to have been used more than Shooting Star and it has less pan is confusing to me, but I feel like that's pretty on par for Colourpop. Things are inconsistently pressed and some things are more pigmented than others, and yeah. So that's where we're at with Magical. The third shade is Shooting Star, and I didn't use it a single time over the last month, keeping my yearly total at 18 uses, and I think I'm just going to take that one out. I don't like the shade personally, so I think I'm just going to remove it and call it a day. Fourth one is going to be Twinkle, which I only ended up using 3 times over the last month, bringing my yearly total to 64 uses, and I don't feel like it's expanded any. I've been mainly using my finger in it, so it is flattening out, but the pan isn't really getting bigger. So that's really been the only way I've been using it, is yeah, I've been using my finger and then like dabbing it on my lid. After that is Sweet Dreams, which I ended up using 2 times, which is the first shade here on the second row. I used it 2 times over the last month, bringing my yearly total to 45 uses, which is still a lot, and I feel like it has really decent pan in there for that amount of use, which is crazy. This pan and this pan look so similar, but completely different uses. 177 uses versus 45 uses, and they look so similar to me. After that is the green shade that I rolled in from the At Forest Sight palette. I ended up using that one 3 times over the last month, bringing the total to 8, which it's only been in for 2 updates, so that's pretty decent for 2 updates. I don't see any visible wear on it yet, but at least I'm getting some use out of it. And it's honestly not my favorite shade, you guys. I just don't think it's very good. After that is Potion, which is this like reddish brown. I used this one 8 times over the last month, bringing my yearly total to 89. And I've expanded the pan a little bit. I'm pretty sure we had pan in the last update, and I've expanded it a teeny tiny bit, but again, not very much. But 8 uses really isn't that great in a month. I'm trying not to like beat myself up about it, but I don't feel great about my progress right now. After that is Spark, which I ended up doing 8 uses in that one as well, bringing the yearly total to 49 uses, and it still doesn't have pan, which is upsetting. I was really hoping that one would have pan. I used it as blush a couple times, and then as eyeshadow obviously, and then the third and last row, the first one is Kaleidoscope, which I only ended up using twice, bringing the yearly total to 55 uses in that, but it does have complete bare like side pan here. It's like completely empty on one side, which is really encouraging. I might be able to finish this one as well if I use it basically every single day until the finale, so we'll see. I might be able to do a couple shades. After that is Elvish, which I used 9 times over the last month, bringing the yearly total to 69 uses, and it's just slowly getting worked out. I use it as a liner mainly, and gets a lot of use. Like I dip into it a lot, but it doesn't like expand too much. So that one would probably stay around for years. I could probably use this dark brown as a liner exclusively for probably 3 years, 2 to 3 years. And it would probably take that long to finish it. After that is Mooney, which is this like champagne-y color. I've used this as a inner corner highlight, as a lid topper, and as a highlight on my face. And over the last month I ended up using it 7 times, bringing the yearly total to 49 uses. And it's definitely like flattening in there as well. I used it as a highlighter mixer on my body a couple times just to get a lot of use out of it. So it has flattened a good bit, but the pan doesn't look bigger to me, I don't think, but you guys will be seeing the progress picture, so you'll know better. 49 uses out of the total for the year. 49 uses for the year so far. And then the last one is the yellow shade that I rolled in from the Honey palette, and over the last month I used it 5 times, bringing the complete total to 17 uses. And again, I don't think it has any visible wear on it. There's not even a dip starting, but that one's really densely packed. So I think it would take a really long time for the yellow, but at least I'm, again, getting more progress out of it, and that's all that I really cared about. So that, guys, is it. That is all of the updates on each individual shade, how many times I've used it for the month and for the year. I'm feeling really discouraged at this point just because I have been so wildly unsuccessful with panning palettes always, so it's just really discouraging, you know, to see in a way. I might be able to get a couple shades done, and regardless, it's getting decluttered because this palette is so freaking old. So you guys will be seeing the finale and then probably my declutter after that, because I do an annual declutter every December, so that will be coming up. You guys will be seeing it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button. Also make sure to hit the subscribe button. Tons of finales are about to come around the corner, as well as my annual declutter. And then after that, all of the new project pan intros will be coming, so definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. And remember, there's always magic to be found, and I hope that means I see all of you in my next video. Bye.
Alright, ooh baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic. On side, we'll make it feel just right. Just look at that bright light, believe in the magic.